Hello, my name is DJ Barton. I've been with ACN since January 2012. Very excited to share some information with you. Real simple before we get started. My background's pretty simple. I went to high school. I did not go to college. I realized at a real young age that college was not for me. I know a lot of people were taught to go to school, get good grades, climb the corporate ladder, retire after 40 years of your hard work. However, I think times have definitely changed. College for me was not going to pay the bills and give me a job or a career that I wanted. I also realized at 18 that most jobs out there were not paying the monies that I wanted to have to live the lifestyle I always dreamed of. So I was very fortunate to meet people that were incredibly successful at a very young age. And they had a system. It was called network marketing. And I fell in love with it because you could take a team sport atmosphere and create significant wealth for yourself. What I love about ACN is it doesn't matter your race, your religion, your color, your background, how many degrees you have. All that matters is, what is your work ethic? What are you willing to put into this? And what do you want to get out of it? You can literally create your dream life with ACN. And that's what I loved about it. Within 7.5 months of being a part of this company, I was able to shut down my other businesses. I've never had a real job, and all we do is help people either save money or make money. But it all has to do with the system. And so when a lot of people get started with ACN, they get really excited. So for you that are brand new today, you should be excited because you have an opportunity to literally write your own life. You know, how much money do you want to make? Where do you want to travel to? How much time do you want to spend with your family? What kind of legacy do you want to leave for them? And it all starts with getting the proper information. So I'm going to take the next several minutes for you and really share what it takes to do this business. You know, we acquire customers. We build a sales team. You've got to have the right mindset. So many people, you know, when you see a presentation, the last thing we talk about is our training and support. And for me personally, that is the most important part of our business. If you can become and remain coachable and become teachable in a system, you can be successful with ACN. You know, in all reality, we have to, you know, every human brain comes with a keyboard. And we have to hit that delete button to reprogram some of the ways you are thinking. Because with the times changing in the world today, you got to change the mentality that you were brought up for the last several years of your life. You know, my old mentor, he said, DJ, for things to change, you have to change. And for things to get better, you have to get better. You have to work on yourself. You have to get in a system that pays well, that will educate you. And that's what ACN is. So what I want to do is I want to go through this quick start training. I know a lot of you are excited like I am, and you want to know what you need to do to get to a fast start. So we're going to jump right into this and take some time and hammer this out for you. Next slide. So first thing you're going to do is you're going to set up your launch training with the person that invited you down. What a launch training is, it's designed to make a game plan for you to start your ACN business. So what I mean by that is this. How much time are you willing to commit to ACN? What do you want to get out of ACN in the time you're willing to commit? So what are you willing to put into it? What are you willing to get out of it? And these documents here is a checklist of what you need to do on your success path. But there's some things that you need to bring to the table in order to be successful. One of those things is work ethic. You've got to have a work ethic. We always tell people in our presentations, the best thing about ACN is you're self-employed. What that means is you can do whatever you want whenever you want. But the worst thing about ACN is you're self-employed. You can do whatever you want whenever you want. Because we're not your boss. We're your instructor. We're here to help you, guide you, train you, love you, and get you where you need to go. But if you're not willing to take the initial steps to make it happen, you're not going to get the results. So you've got to bring that work ethic mentality, but you also have to have a burning desire. You got to have that desire, the winning attitude, and be at that position in your life where you're sick and tired of being sick and tired. You know, and we always talk about a why. Why are you doing this business? You got to have the desire to really change your life. like really, really dig deep down in your soul and have that burning desire to change. When someone tells you, no, I don't want to be your customer, no, I don't want to be in your business, are you willing to get up over that hurdle and because of that desire become successful? But you've got to be coachable because in order for things to change, you have to change. We're going to teach you a system that works. ACN has created more millionaires than many other companies out there. Network marketing creates more millionaires than any other industry in the world on this planet. So you've got to be coachable and trainable. We're going to teach you things that's against the grain, stuff that you're not accustomed to. But you've got to have blind faith. My old mentor said, you know, faith the size of a mustard seed, you can move a mountain. But if you have any doubt, you're in trouble. So you got to have faith in the fact that we're going to teach you the right information to get you the results you're looking for. Because the better you do, the better we do. But you got to follow the ACN system. It's in place for a reason. So many people want success at ACN. We teach them what to do, but then they're like, you know, that doesn't sound good. I want to go a different direction. Or I want to make up my own scripts. Or I want to make up my own marketing material. At the end of the day, ACN did $580 million in revenue last year in 2012. Do you think they know what they're doing? Ask yourself this question. How much did your business do last year? And if it's less than $580 million, chances are you should follow the ACN system. So let's talk about some immediate goals. What you want to ask yourself, and grab a pen, grab a piece of paper, and ask yourself, how much money do you want to make residually in the next 5 years? How much money do you want to have coming in, whether you work or not, that covers your expenses because you created an opportunity with ACN to win 5 years from now? Is it $2 grand? Is it $5 grand? Is it 10 grand? Because there's people doing that in much shorter times than 5 years. But set a goal. And this might be different for a lot of people because most people haven't set goals in their entire life. And if you think about it, that's probably the reason why you're where you're at today is because most people don't have goals. They're just blowing in the wind like a leaf. If the leaf blows to the left, they go to the left. If the leaf blows to the right, they go to the right. You've got to set goals. You've got to set deadlines. How much money do you want to make in the next 30 days? Write it down. Is it $500? Is it $1,000? Is it $2,000? Write it down because we're going to help you achieve this goal. And then how much time are you willing to put into this to get the results you're looking for? How much time are you willing to commit? What are you going to take? Because everybody has time in a day that they waste. We all can agree on that. Think about it. You get home from work and how much TV do you watch? What if you took the TV time and put it into ACN time and actually made money? Although I want every one of you to have TV through ACN, just don't watch it, okay? Because you make money on it. However, take that TV time that you waste and be honest with yourself and put it in ACN and amazing things will happen. So first thing I want to talk about is our compensation plan. Understand something. Nobody in this world would take a job without understanding how they're going to get compensated. There's a lot of people team up with ACN, and they don't understand their comp plan. It is the most important part of this business, because if you're like me, I get motivated by making money, changing lives, spreading wealth around, and it's a game in its own way. But you got to understand something. There's only 2 ways we get paid with ACN. If you're doing anything else other than these 2 things, chances are you're not going to make any money with our company. But the first thing we do is get paid is called personal residual income. Residual income, getting paid off your services, your team services. The second way we get paid is by bonuses. Let me talk about some point structure. Some of you may have heard that we have points for services, just like in basketball. There's 3-point shots, there's 2-point shots, there's 1-point shots. All of our services have a point value. Some are 4 points, some are 2 points, some are 1 point, some are 3. The higher the points, higher the commission, it's a preferred service. My recommendation is to always sell the services with the most points first and then dwindle down to the bottom. So let's talk about, now that you know the points, let's go over how that makes you money. So if you remember in the presentation that you saw about ACN, when you personally get a customer, you get paid 1 to 10%. So let's break that down. If you want to make 1%, which most people do not, you have to get 29 points or less. So if you're making 1% of $100, that's not a lot of money. So we need to climb up past that 1%. If you get 30 or 39 personal points, you have 3%, 40 to 49 points, you're at 5%, 50 points, you're at 10%. Now, these are not a part of your team customer points. This is just you personally getting customers from your friends, family, social networks, business networks, through your online storefront. Nothing to do with your team, all you. You get 50 points, you get 10%. So imagine this. Most houses spend about $400 a month between TV, internet, gas, electric, home phone, cell phone, home security, computer support. Imagine if you got 10 households. If you got 10 households that were spending $400 a month, that's $4,000 a month in billing volume. And you're at 10%, you're going to make $400 a month in passive income. Imagine doing this for 10 years and getting paid every single month off what you do, $400 a month, $400 a month, $400 a month. I met a guy the other day that worked for a company for 40 years of their life, okay? 40 years. And after 40 years, they got Social Security of $1,700 a month. They gave up 40 years of their life to make $1,700 a month in residual income for what they did for 40 years. There's people in ACN, in our organization, that in less than 2 years far exceed $1,700 a month in residual income just by acquiring customers. That's a 38-year life savings on time. And time is irreplaceable. So you want to get your customers. The second reason why you want to get your customers is because the second way we get paid, which is override residual income. See, for you to build a massive team with customers, you got to lead by example. Now, in order for you to get paid on your team's customers, if you look at the residual income screen on your webinar here, let's say you're at the top of this and you introduce two people. Let's say it's myself and Marcus, and the two of us go out and get customers. In order for you to get paid on level 1 and 2, you have to personally go out and get 10 customer points. My recommendation, you do that your first week, because you're going to start building a team and you want to get paid on your team's customers. Now, if you have a team but you only have 9 personal customer points, you're not going to make any residual income on your team. So you need at least 10. Now, let's say to get paid on your levels 3 and 4, you personally got to get 20 customer points through your own online website. So if you have 15 points and you have a huge team, you're only going to get paid on your first 2 levels. You need at least 20. Now, 99% of your income on customers is going to come from levels 5, 6, and 7. If you look where it says 32, 64, and 128 IBOs, that's where the majority of the population is. That's where the majority of the money is. But you need at least 40 personal customer points to achieve that goal. Now, if you just focus on getting the 50 points from the previous screen, you don't even have to worry about this. My recommendation is figure out how to get 10 points a week for 5 weeks. You're at your 50 points. You're making a couple $100 in passive income when you start off right away, and now you never have to worry about missing a residual income check. So the very first thing you want to do when you start an ACN is get qualified, because the first paid level in our company is called QTT. Now, how do you get to QTT? You need at least 5 points. 2 of the services have to be a preferred service, and one service has to come away from your house, outside your home. So preferred services are gas, electric, TV, home security, home phones, business TV, merchant processing, home security, a brand new wireless account. It's very simple to get those. You want to get at least 3 services, 5 points, minimum of 2 preferred services, 1 has to come out of home, and you're qualified. You really want to do that within your first 24, 48 hours max of being in this business, because you will get paid for recruiting. When you pay the $4.99, that goes to ACN. Us as independent business owners don't see any of that money. So you want to get qualified because you don't make any money until you're qualified. So you want to ask yourself, when do I want to start making money in ATN? If the answer is right now, that's your answer for when should I get qualified? Right now. Now once you do that, the next position is called Executive Team Trainer, ETT. Where we show you in the presentation where you can make up to $3,000 a month in bonuses. Now how that works is when let's say you introduce 2 people to the business, you got your 7 points, the 2 QTs got their 5 points, now you're an ETT. Now going forward from this position, however many people join your team and become a QTT within their first 30 days, so if I join your team after the fact that you're an executive team trainer, you have 30 days to qualify me, which is 3 services. So you got to help your brand new person get 3 services within their first 30 days. When you do that, bonuses are released. If you look to the right of the slide, if you have 2 people who must do that, you make $100. If you have 4 people who must do that, you make $500. 6 people a month, $1,000, 9 people a month, $1,500, and so on. You can see the slide. Now, what's great about this is it's not only you building this because you have 2 business partners. You can divide the workload up between you and your team. What if all 3 of you each got 5 people a month and you help them qualify within the first 30 days? That would be 15 people in your team. You did a third of the work, but you made $3,000. That's how ETT works. The next level is Executive Team Leader. That's when you help 3 people in 3 separate legs go Executive Team Trainer. Now I'm doing for the same work, you have a minimum of 10 people in your team, and now you have people helping you, qualified people in your team, and you can see the numbers on the right. Imagine this, you have 10 people in your business. If all of you brought 2 people in and helped those 2 get qualified within the first 30 days, you now put 20 QTTs in, which is $3,000 a month in income, bonus money, in addition to your residual. What if you had all 10 of you just put 3 people in and qualified? That's 30 people. Qualified, it's $5,000, and so on. This is where you want to get to within your first 60 days. As fast as you can, this is where you start to replace your income. Most people are part-time at these levels. Let's talk, the key to this thing is getting customers because it equals residual income. Now, every month they have a different bonus in there. I'm not going to talk too much about it, but for people that start each month, there's a specific bonus called a Fast Start bonus. It's an incentive for starting each month. You can actually hit some certain goals, and you can actually make bonus money as a QTT, and most of the time with our company, you can make your initial $499 back within the first 30 days if you follow the system. Now let's talk about acquiring customers, because at the end of the day, there's no money is paid out unless customers are acquired, so you got to get customers. As I mentioned before, we have our point system. I'm not going to get too much into detail. But a lot of people will ask me, what services, if I'm new, would you focus on? And my answer is very simple. I would pick 2 or 3 services and become a master at them. So I only highlighted a few services on here. But when you start, you pay the $499, you get your own online storefront. My recommendation is go to the training tab right away. Under the training tab, click product training, and go under there and watch all the product training that you can. You can learn you can earn while you learn from home in your living room. Watch 1 or 2 videos a day for 30 days. You're going to be a master of your craft as far as the services. Let me point out a couple of the services. We have unlimited local long distance, voice over IP, home phone as well as business phone. Home phone is $24.99 a month. Unlimited local long distance to 70 countries. You keep your same phone number. There's no upfront cost, a 12-month commitment. The benefits of the ATN digital phone, I'm not going to get too much into detail. You don't have to buy the equipment. You can use your existing internet connection. It's very simple to sign up. There's what I just went over. It's a 4-point service. I highly recommend you get one. If you don't have a home phone, get one anyways, so you can use one as a demo. I personally have 2, one for use and demo. For people that don't have a current phone number and they need a new one, it's still $24.99 a month. Shipping equipment, it's $39.99, 12-month contract. After the 12 months, they give you a $40 Visa gift card. So let's talk about Flash Wireless. This is ATN's branded phone. It runs off the Sprint network as well as the Red network. which we refer to as Verizon. What's great about Flash, it works where those services work. You can get a Flash Wireless, no contract, no credit check, for as low as $47 a month, unlimited local calling, texting, and data. It's a true unlimited plan. What's great about Flash, if you're your own customer and you get 5 Flash customers, you get a free cell phone. That is right. I said free cell phone. No one out in the world can get a free cell phone today. It's great. If you decide you want to sign a 2-year contract, it's actually $67 a month, true unlimited calling, texting, and data. The $47 a month plan, you actually have to buy the phone outright. It's awesome. It's great. You should get it. Energy, if you're in an energy market, I would focus on energy. Those are high-ticket items. Gas and electric. There's no interruptions. It's very simple to switch. We're at 17 states, 64 utility markets, as well as for business. But all this information can be found in your back office. We're waiting for the computer to update here with me. Let's see here. Help me out. Merchant services. Okay. This is awesome, guys. Imagine all the business owners that you know that accepts Visa card, Discover, MasterCard, American Express, whether it's online, retail, the little device you put on your phone or iPad. We can do it all, folks. One thing that is great about merchant services, over 10,000 credit card transactions per second globally. It's a $7.5 trillion a year industry, 24 million locations around the world. Almost 80% of the population uses either gift card, debit card, or credit card. Think about the last time you used cash. Very rarely. Most people use credit cards today. Here's where ATM's different. Understand something. We know that it's a very competitive industry. Everybody and their brother is in merchant banking, such as real estate. Here's where ATM's different. We partner up with Innovia. You don't need to know a whole lot of information to get educated about the industry, because our role as an independent representative is go to our network that owns businesses, accepts credit cards, and says, hey, John, listen, I know you accept credit cards. I just got into the credit card industry, but we guarantee savings. See, we don't have a set rate. This is where we're different. We make it up masses by volume. See, if we can beat somebody's price off the rate, great. So all we have to do is submit a merchant banking statement, upload it in your back office, and within 72 hours, an Innovia rep will take over the role, contact your business owner, and negotiate a better price than they're already paying today. Now, for some reason, if we just can't beat that price, Innovia will give them a $100 Visa gift card just for trying. There's the form you submit. You upload it. It's very simple. Keep it simple. The compensation is as follows. 4 points is over $3,000 a month. That's what you want to focus on. Getting customers, you're not in the convincing business. We're in the sharing business. So you don't want to convince. But there's red apples, there's green apples, and there's brown apples. The red apples are supportive that you want to sign them up right away. Green apples, they got some questions. The brown apples, you just want to move on. But when you're getting customers, the biggest thing you want to talk about is the favor, help, try method. Meaning this, nobody likes a salesperson, so don't try to become a salesperson. I have people all the time go, I'm not salesy. And I tell them every day, you know what? That's exactly why we want you a part of this business. Because we aren't looking for salespeople, okay? But you want to, be your own customer so you can be a testimony to what you do. You don't want to drive Ford and sell Chevy. You want to eat and breathe what you're doing. But all you're doing is you're doing price analysis, meaning you're trying to see what people are paying on their bills to what companies. You want to make a list of everybody you know, whether it's for recruiting or customers, okay? You do not want to prejudge this list. You want to write everybody down you know that you have in the last 20 years, even if you haven't talked to them in 10 years. I have somebody in my organization I haven't talked to for 13 years. I rekindled a relationship. Now that individual is a part of my business. But how we get this is very simple. We fill out what's called a customer survey sheet. A customer survey sheet is basically a questionnaire. It's an information form for us to gather information That way you can go to your online website, you can see what services they are using, what cost they're paying, and we can go and try and help undercut the market. Now, the biggest thing, I never guarantee savings, nor should you. What you want to say is, if I can meet or beat the current rate you have, would you do me a favor and support my business? The reason why I'm doing ACN is this. Fill in the blank. Be passionate. Talk from your heart. When you talk from your heart, you go eyeball to eyeball with somebody, they're going to listen. Be sincere. They're already using these services anyway. So you don't have to sell them why they should have a TV or pay their electric bill. They already are. What you're doing is showing them a valuable reason to support you as an individual so you can get in this better situation in your life. If you do this business from your heart, it works tremendously. If you come up as a salesperson, it does not. Now, there's no shortcuts in ACN. So if someone says, well, should I do it over the phone? Should I email them? No. Drive to the person. If they're within an hour, you drive. If they're out of the hour, then you do it over the phone. But I always fill these forms out. I never let them fill it out. I mean, think about it for a minute. When you went to go and rent a car, and if you had to fill that form out, you would still be there. The contract, they highlight where you need to sign. That is exactly what you want to do in our business. Make it simple for the customer. Okay? Fill out form. Then do a follow-up call. I think I found something. Plus, this is perfect timing. And you can read this. I don't need to read the scripts for you. But when I get customers, I say, great news, Mom. Not only can I actually help you save some money, you're going to even be able to support your grandchildren and your son in a new business venture. Let's take a few minutes to convert the services over, okay? But whenever you get customers, be thankful, be gracious. They didn't have to do this. Get them a gift. Maybe it's a $5 coffee card. Maybe it's just a nice handwritten thank you letter. Maybe you do a nice gesture and go over there and mow their lawn, walk their dogs, make them dinner, bring them cookies. Be thankful. Be appreciative. Show them that you care. Ask for referrals. Do testimonials on your social media, Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn. Put out stories of your customers saving money, how simple the process was, all that good stuff, okay? As I mentioned before, schedule your fast start qualification appointment with your upline within the 24 hours so you can get started. Write down 6 people you can call during your fast start qualification, okay? Let's talk about building a team. This is the most exciting part of the business. You know, J. Paul Getty, the first recorded billionaire, wrote a book called Think and Grow Rich. He goes, would you rather have 100% of your own efforts responsible for your income, or 1% from 100 other people helping you with your income? The answer is B, 1% from 100 people. Think about it. If you're going to paint a house, would you rather do it by yourself or with 20 of your friends? I know the answer is 20 of your friends, especially for me, because I hate painting. So the thing is, if you want something done in a big way, you got to have a group of people, a team of people. The best companies in the world constantly recruit. Think about sports. The NFL, the NBA, the major leagues, they're always recruiting new talent, sharper people, better, more, and bigger teams. That's what you're going to do, okay? Now, any major successful organization out there has a bunch of people making money in a successful organization. So in order for you to start making real money with ACN, you have got to get to the ETT position quickly. I always tell people, listen, ACN is a marathon. I don't care if it takes you 20 years to get to the highest level in the company. However, you got to race. I mean race to ETT. You got to create a success story. Because when you're recruiting, and people go, how much money have you made yet? And you say, not a lot, but that doesn't work as well as when you can say, well, I got promoted my first week, I maxed out the bonus the 3 weeks after and made $3,000. The guy I'm working with is looking for key people to do the same thing. Are you interested? Now, your prospect would probably say, yes, I am interested in $3,000 a month. That's what ETT can do for you. So you want to call at least 5 people today with your mentor using the recruiting language that we're going to go over with you right now. One thing I like to tell people, never go away from the scripts. Never do calls on your own. Always use your expert. Don't try to explain. There's, just like in a sports team, there's different positions. Each position has its roles. In ACN, you have your role. Your role is only to invite, to see information. Our role is to present the information. Their role is to decide if A, they want to be a business partner and make money, which most people do, or B, simply just be a customer to support your business, or C, kindly disregard the opportunity, stay where they're at, but be a cheerleader and a fan to watch your success. Those are the 3 things that happen. Now, how do we show the information? Well, one is a personal presentation. Maybe you're doing a 2-on-1 at a coffee shop or a business with your mentor. One is a home meeting. We call those private business receptions, PBRs. And then we also do group presentations in major cities. We also do webinars. That's how I saw this business in January 2012. My good friend sent me a webinar. With 25 minutes later, I got excited. I saw an opportunity. It was simple. I signed up, and then the rest is history. So there's a lot of ways we present. Let's talk about the home meeting first. Before you leave your launch training, you want to set a date for your home meeting, okay? We never cancel home meetings. Home meetings are a lot of fun. You want to make a list. Do not prejudge. Understand something. The people you think will do ACN won't. The ones you don't think will do ACN will. God's got a sense of humor. Go with it. You don't want to prejudge an opportunity for somebody. Let them decide if they deserve to be an ACN. It's not for you to decide. Don't think, oh, they're too rich. Oh, they're too poor. Oh, they're too busy. Oh, they don't have a job. Write down everybody. I have millionaires in my business, and I have people that had to borrow the $4.99 in my business, and everywhere in between. I can't imagine where my business would be if I prejudged. So make a list, write down your top 10 business owners, other networking experience, already successful, and then everyone else. And then your job is just invite. Your goal is to get 10 to 20 guests. That means you're going to have to make 40 to 50 calls. Some people will flake out. Don't worry about it. Only half will show. But the size of your PBR will duplicate good or bad. So if you have one person there and you sign them up, that one person does a home meeting, what do you think their expectations are of a home meeting? Oh, I got to have one person here. So you want to make sure you have double digits at your home meeting, because when people sign up, they're going to go, oh, I need to have double digits at my home meeting. And then you're going to have massive success with your business. So you want to schedule it. Here's what you want to keep. Let's talk about your home meeting. You want to keep it simple. You want to have fun. Keep it less than an hour. Your mentor will bring everything. Light snacks. Don't overdo it. Veggie platter, chips and salsa. Keep it real light. No alcohol. Listen, I like alcohol occasionally. I'm sure some of you do on the phone. But a business meeting is not a place for alcohol. Alcohol brings out opinions. And we really don't want people's opinions. You may have 20 people in your home meeting, 19 of them fired up, really excited. Then you got one person that's in the back drinking, and he's negative Nelly, and he starts, planting negative vibes in the room, and those 19 people excited may go to negative Nelly now because of the alcohol. You want to have music before and after the event. Right when the event's done, turn on the music. And then you, most importantly, be excited and have fun. You're building your business. You're building your dreams. You're creating your legacy. Don't take this so seriously. Just enjoy yourself, okay? So when you're inviting, you want to be natural. You want to have excitement, but you want to create urgency, and you really want conviction with what you're doing. You want people to know that you're going to the top of the mountain with or without them. So when you're making calls, they shouldn't be longer than 45 seconds. You want to always clear their time first. The reason why you clear their time first is so they don't come up with any excuses later. Okay, so you want to have urgency. What are you doing tomorrow night at 6:30? Nothing. Great. You need to be at my house. Why? I'm working with a guy who's in charge of an international expansion here in Colorado, and he's looking for a couple key people. Or pick the state you're in. I'm going to show you a script on here that is exactly what you need to use to a T. Okay? Your job is, don't explain everything over the phone. Let your expert do it for you. All you do is you peek the person, pass the expert. We're not selling, you're just sorting. Okay? So here's some just generic scripts that you can look at. You can save these. What to say to close friends and family. What are you doing Tuesday night at 6? Nothing. Great. Remember how we talked about blank, how you wanted to make more money. You were freaking out about not having enough money for retirement. You want a supplemental income. Fill in the blank. Listen, I found a way for us to do that, to do that exactly. Be at my house Tuesday. This is huge. Can I count on you being there? That's what some people say. Here's some professional scripts. Okay? What to say to people you look up to. The biggest thing when you're approaching somebody that you look up to, all you're doing is asking them to evaluate a business for you. Say, listen, Mike, I've had a lot of respect for you over the years. You've been tremendously successful. As you know, I got burnt out in real estate, working $90 to $100 a week. I never saw my kids. I was looking for something different. I think I found it, but I value your opinion. Would you do me a huge favor, Mike, and give me 30 minutes of your time and come see what I'm excited about, and maybe you can help me out with some direction on where I should go? If I could get 10% of the success that you've had, he's flabbergasted. So you want to give them credibility, share some information with them. Most people that see this will sign up. All right. Here's the script that I personally use and I highly recommend our team to use. Okay? So I'm going to read it to you. One, you want to be excited, have urgency, and be natural. When you call somebody, build rapport with them a little bit, and then let them know that you only have a minute. So listen, John, I only have a minute right now. This is after I build rapport. So I wanted to give you a call. As you may or may not know, I started working with a guy who's in charge of the international expansion here in Colorado. Now, if you're in Texas or Ohio, say the state you're in. Okay? But you want DJ is actually the decision maker. DJ is looking to partner up with a few key people to help with the expansion. And I thought of you because, fill in the blank. I thought of you because you lost your job last week. Or I thought of you because you're my best friend and I don't want to leave you behind. I thought of you because you got 3 kids at home and I don't know how you're going to pay for college, but this is a way that you're going to be able to do it. So you personally want to fill in that blank. Once you fill in that blank, so my question to you is, if it was the right fit, are you open to looking at other ways of making money, whether it's full-time or part-time, around what you're currently doing? You pause, you wait for them to respond. If they say yes, then you say, great. When do you have 30 minutes to meet with DJ or the person that you're working with? Today or tomorrow? Tomorrow, great. Morning or afternoon? Now, the number one question you're going to get is, what's it all about? And the answer is, it's about making money every time someone pays their bills, like wireless, TV, internet, gas, electric, and much more. Think about how many people do you know that pay those bills. Wouldn't it be great if you got paid every time those bills are paid? Absolutely. Great. If they ask any other questions, than the one above, you don't answer it. You say, great question, let's get DJ on the phone, or let's get Marcus on the phone. Whoever you're working with, let's get them on the phone right now. There's people that always ask me, what is the number one thing that I have to do to become successful in ACN? What do I have to master? And the mastering is in the inviting. If you can truly stick to this script right here, draw a line in the sand, And if because where people mess up is when they start getting into question and answer mode. Because if you try to answer all the questions and explain it in your words, they're not going to come see the information. And if you're not getting the results, that's why. But if you can get really good at drawing line in the sand, using your upline, using the person that's successful, and not answering questions other than the one, and you truly get three-way call on. My recommendation is get with the person that invited you down and set up 2 hours every 2 or 3 days and do invite calls, and you will have massive, massive success in your business. But this script is the defining moment of people making it big in ACN or just making it ACN. And we want everybody to make it big in ACN. Now, if you have to leave a voicemail, all you say is, hey, it's DJ, call me, I got great news, and then hang up. That's it. When you get a call that says, hey, it's DJ, call me, I got great news, that person is going to go, wow, what's the great news? I better call that person. Now, use your name, obviously, but just short and sweet, to the point, trust me, have blind faith in this works. So if you can become a master inviter, you will make real money in ACN. You know, because you're looking for leaders. In order to be a leader, you got to eventually become a good presenter, a good trainer, and a master inviter. It doesn't matter how great of a trainer you are or a presenter, because if you have nobody in the seat, it doesn't matter. So you got to become a master inviter. If they got questions, we already went over this. It relates to utilities and banking services. There's no way that I can explain this to you over the phone right now. That is what tomorrow night is for. Trust me. And I will see you tomorrow night. If they can't make it, what is the soonest that we can meet? So I don't even hang up until I get an appointment. The biggest thing you got to do is have posture. They got to know that you're not a leaf. You're not blowing to the right when the wind blows to the right. You're not blowing to the left when the wind blows to the left. You are a rock. You are going after it. You're creating your dreams. You're going to go make dreams a reality. You're not going to settle to be average, and that's the biggest thing. But your role at a home meeting is to welcome the guests, make sure they turn off all their cell phones, let them know we'll probably answer all their questions, hold them till the end. Never, never, never apologize for people that aren't there. You will make the people that showed up feel uncomfortable. Just appreciate who shows up. If you invite 30 people and 3 people show up, we're going to present like there's 40 people for those 3, and we're going to make it a magical night. Edify the speaker by talking about their present, past, and future. If you're working with an ETT or above, they're great at what we do. You know exactly how to do this business. All you have to do is say, you know what? I'm working with a guy. He's been with the company for a year. He's an executive in the company. He's working directly with senior vice presidents, getting mentored by senior vice presidents. There's no better person to be sharing this information. I have a lot of respect for this girl or this guy. Please, everybody, welcome Mr. So-and-so or Mrs. So-and-so. They're going to run through the information. Sit through the presentation, take notes. Don't interrupt the speaker. After the information is delivered, we're going to sort the guests after the presentation, and we're going to close the information. If you get someone that says yes, great. Sign them up as an IDO, schedule their home meeting, promote Saturday training, and give them a DVD and magazine. If they have questions about becoming a customer or an IBO, if IBO draws the ETT roadmap, go, here's you, here's what we're going to do, and show the vision, share the dream, promote Saturday training, give them a DVD and magazine. If they're a brown apple and they're just negative Nelly that's not for them, thank them, sign them up as a customer, give referrals, walk them to the door so the negative energy leaves the house. This is a business, okay? You got to switch your mindset. You got to take, 97% of the population work for the 3%. The 3%ers are wealthy. I think we can all agree that the 3%ers think different than the 97%ers. The 97%ers trade time for money. If they're not working, they're not getting paid. They work 9 to 5. At 5 when that bell goes out, no matter what they're doing, they are out. It's like a jailbreak. They are so far out of that workplace. They are underachievers. They're not looking for the head. We're looking for the 3% mindset. The ones that are sick and tired of being sick and tired. You were brought on this earth to create magical things for yourself. You got to think big. You got to dream big, because if you can dream it, you can achieve it. That's the mindset of a champion, and that's what it takes to build this business. You got to have long-term thinking. Broke people are rich Friday, broke Saturday. They can't think past 5 days. You got to have a vision. You got to have a goal. You think about this. Live a few years of your life like most people won't, so you can spend the rest of your life like most people can't. My friends look in the ROG reports. They look at the homes on the oceans. They look at homes in the mountains. They're not going, okay, how much do I make? What can I afford? They're going, what do I want? What do I need to do to get there? That's switching your mindset. But it starts with your why. Why are you doing ACN? And don't say just to make money, because you can go make money anywhere. You got to ask yourself, what is going to drive me through this business to become successful? Why are you doing this? Are you doing this to set your kids up for life and show them that you're not a quitter and you're not a settler and you're not average, because average is the highest degree of poor? That means you're really good at being pathetic. Nobody wants to be average. You have to have a burning why that gets you up without an alarm clock, that keeps you out late at night when you come home to kiss your kids and they're already sleeping, because you're building something passionate for you and your family. You got to figure out what that why is. Maybe you want to put your kids in private school. Maybe you want to get them better nutrition because the food in the grocery stores are horrible for you. Maybe you want to travel the world because our school systems aren't where they used to be, and you want to go educate your kids history by going to each country throughout the world. Maybe you want to drive a dream car. They do make them for somebody. Why not you? You want to live in a better zip code. Maybe you want to retire your parents. Maybe you want to prove to the world that you're not average and you can just be the best you possibly can be. That's why you do this business. But what's going to happen is you're going to have emotional roller coaster rides. You're going to have people that are going to build you up and put you on the highest highs. You're going to have people that beat you down and bring you on the lowest lows. But what you got to do is you got to overcome that emotional roller coaster. You're going to have people that are excited, and all of a sudden you can't get a hold of them anymore. You're going to have people that say, I'm going to come to that meeting. I'm going to be at your house. I'm going to come support you. And they may not show up. You may invite 20 people, and you may not have anybody show up. Does that mean you quit? No, those are just 20 people that aren't going to be there when you get successful. You see, you got to have an even keel. There's a saying in our business: some will, some won't, so what next? Listen, you need no's to get yeses. We live for the no's. It's exciting to get a no. I'm going to put a game plan together for each and every one of you that are listening to this, where if you follow this, you will be far into the TC, Regional Director, RVP, SVP world within your first 12 months in this business. But the biggest thing you want to do is understand something. Whether you're in a relationship or in a career, aren't there already highs and lows? Isn't there good and bad? I'm not going to say ACN every day is a great day, but here's what I can tell you. My worst day in ACN is better than your best day at a job. Understand that. What you put into this is 100% what you get out of it. So stay even keel. Understand something. Don't make excuses for your failures. Learn from them. The most successful people in the world today have failed thousands upon thousands of times, and some people look at that as good and bad. See, what the successful people say, each failure is actually a success story of ways not to do it. Understand something. You must I repeat, you must invest in you, because we all have the same company. We all have the same compensation plan. We have all the same services. The determining factor of your success is you. Why are there people in ACN that make $10 a month and some people $100,000 a month? And I can tell you the difference. They go through personal growth. You got to ask yourself, would you follow you? You're going to be a leader. Would you follow you? If the answer is no, we got to work on you. Some people are not having the success I thought I would have. Well, are you investing in you? See, in your back office, under the training tab, there's training by our senior vice presidents, by our regional vice presidents. You need to plug in and sharpen your blade and better your skills to be successful. The best thing about our business, though, is our events. You have got to attend the events. You are like a battery. If you don't go to events and you're out there fighting the fight, you're getting caught driving across country, you're building your sales team, you're going to run out of juice. You have got to get plugged into the events. You got to get great at promoting events. The events will build your business. See, if you're doing 2-on-1s, webinars, and home meetings all week, you have got to, on the Saturday, get everybody to the trainings. You got to. It's very crucial for your business. You got to get educated. Think about all the athletes. They prep, spring training, preseason, all these things. They're working off season. They're sharpening their blade for their one-day game time, event day. Whether it's Saturday in your market, it could be Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday in your marketplace. Maybe you don't have it in your marketplace. That's what this audio video webinar is for, to replace this in the interim until we get one in your market. So here's the great thing. You have the ability to create this in your market. What if you're the first person in your city that's doing ACN, and we get it to 50 to 100 people? Now we create a Saturday training, and you get to lead it. Just imagine the lifestyle that you would have starting a marketplace such as this. So what are some of the events? We do weekly team conference calls. Get with the person that invited you down to get you the information. We do weekly BOMs, business opportunity meetings, as well as trainings. Everybody's always welcome. We do regionals, and then we do internationals. Now, on this screen, we just finished up Charlotte. Our next event is in December 6th, 7th, and 8th in San Jose. My recommendation is for everybody to go to that event. Does it cost money? Yes. But I'll be honest with you. It'll cost you more money if you don't go, because you will lose out on a lot of money because of what you lose by not knowing the information at these events. I personally won't work with anybody that doesn't go to these events. Why? Because I go to these events. I've sacrificed time away from my family, my friends, to get educated. Why would I sacrifice more time to help somebody that's not willing to take the same sacrifices? What by going to these events, you get to meet and hear from the 4 co-founders. Don't you want to know who you're in business with, what their vision is, what they stand for? Don't you want to have belief in where this company is going? So, we've been in business 20 years. We're going to go another 20 years. On top of that, the top 20 money earners get to teach you exactly what it takes to build this business. They're actually in Success from Home magazine. So you got to understand, so you have the best of the best. If you want to be a great golfer, wouldn't you want to hire Tiger Woods? If you want to be a great linebacker, wouldn't you hire Ray Lewis? I mean, if you want to be a great basketball player, wouldn't you want to find Michael Jordan? That's who we have in the industry in ACN, folks. You have the ability to learn from the superstars, not the wannabes, the wishy-woos. These are people that are making money, more in a month than most people make in a year. Some people make it more in 2 weeks than most people make in a year. It's ridiculous. If you go get 10% of the information, or even 1% of the information, and bring it back, you're successful. So what do you need to do to create success today? Right now, you got to give the person about you down, set up a meeting with your mentor. You got to go ETT this week. You need to get qualified within the next 48 hours, and you want to and you want to get to the next Saturday training, you want to sign up for San Jose today, you can do that at acnreg.com. Understand something, folks. You have a gift right in front of you. It's called life. Some people never even open up that gift. Some people open it up and do magical things. You have the ability to change your entire legacy for your family. The question is, what are you going to do with it? Imagine this. Imagine you're an executive team trainer, and all you do is take 2 hours a day for 30 days. In those 2 hours, you spend 1 hour inviting to share the information. You spend another hour sharing the information. You show 30 people a month as business working 2 hours a day. That's 60 hours a month. If we sign up 30% of the people and qualify them, that's 9 reps. At 9 reps as an ETT, you make $1,500 a month. Just ask yourself, what would that $1,500 a month do for me? Could I retire, help my grandkids out? Could I help my retirement? Could I help my wife come home so she doesn't have to work, or my husband? Could we go on more family vacations? Could we pay off some credit card debts? Could we put Johnny in college or Sarah go through school? What can you do with that money? Because understand something. Everybody's got 2 hours a day. Now, if 2 hours a day is too much, 30 exposures a month is too much, what if you did 20 exposures and you signed up 30%? That's 6 new business partners a month, and they qualify as an ETT. You still make $1,000. Guys, all it takes is a little bit of effort. It doesn't take much. You just got to have the willpower. It's easier not to do it than it is to do it. But imagine you do that in the next 30 days, and now you got 2 or 3 other people in your team doing it the next 30 days, and then 7 to 8 people the following 30 days. 4 months from now, you got 15 people showing 20 to 30 people a month. Now you're making a 6-figure income. Within 6 months, you can radically change your life, but it starts with you. I appreciate everybody taking time out of their day to watch this webinar. This is the system that it takes to build this business. The only missing ingredient is you.